I love rock and roll. Joan Jett is going to sound something like this. That's the basic power chords, and I'm going to play it once with the YouTube channel, and it should sound something like this with some drums in it. Here we go. Okay, so we got that. Now I'm assuming you've got your PDF printed out in front of you. We're going to now also shift our attention to the fretting hand, and we're going to work through your intro and chorus riff, which starts with the open E power chord. Sounds like that. You may play two fingers like that as well. I prefer to play one finger because then I can keep my middle finger open for the O3 later. So this is permissible, but I would prefer us to do this. It's a very good technique for later. Okay, so let's do it together now. We're going to start with double strum, then dead silence, followed by another double strum. So if you play through with me, 1, 2, 3, 4, and... Now to get that silent pause, there's two techniques we're going to use. So I'm going to get a bit of a better angle onto the guitar now. You're going to get it down like this. The one angle is this hand that's moving, resting on the strings. So it's going to go, watching this hand now. You can see as I relax my first finger, at the same time of relaxing, I bring the second and third fingers flat across the strings. That's the one safeguard for the silencing. My other is to bring the palm, now tapping the strings above the guitar, to silence it like this. So we're going to combine both. So you've got a sort of a double-edged silencing method over here. The one is from this hand here, and the other is from the palm at the back, and together we get this. Okay, now let's get back to the fretting hand so we can get the notes, and then we can look at pinched harmonics and other cool techniques later. You've done your double E5s, and then after that you're going to see an O303 on your low 6th E string, followed by two A5 power chords, which is basically the same shape as the E5, just one string down. And when you do this, make sure you don't accidentally strike that string. So you're playing it from the 5th down, like that. So your E5's from the 6th string, twice. There's your O3, and then you drop down to the A5. Now the following chord, the B5, is a bit sneaky. I'm going to show you several ways to do it. This is the one method of B5. First finger, fret to 5th string. You don't really mind if this finger touches the other strings, as long as that your first finger is fretting the 2nd fret of the 5th string nice and clear. And then fingers 3 and 4 are on the middle two strings, 4th fret. Some guitarists like having their ring finger flat, so you got this finger now across both those two strings, or you can use your pinky, which is my favorite. So 3 methods, like this, or like this, or like this, whichever one works for you. Okay, and you do a double of that as well. Now let's go through up until and including that E5 through to the B5. Let's go 2, 3, 4, and... Now after the B5 you have another open 3, and then you come back to the open E again. And you'll notice it's in different colors as well. You'll see that the first riff that I've just played now is in blue, and then afterwards a small section in purple, and then back to blue. So I just sort of divided it into 3 steps to make it a bit easier to learn. So we're going to play now everything that's in the blue up until but not including the purple. If you want to play through with, you're welcome. 1, 2, 3, 4, and... Now, the purple that I mentioned, which will be sounding like this, is sort of similar to part of the beginning. Okay, you'll notice that the E to the A every time is a O3 in the middle of it like that. So if I play through from the beginning again and I build on with the purple, we're going to have this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you finish off with a really easy but quick phrase which sounds something like this. And that is simply B down to the A onto the double E. And that's it. Okay, so let's do the whole riff together. I'm going to focus on left and right hands now so you can see the strumming action. I want you to pay careful attention to see that my fingers are on the right frets here, and also my pick is picking the correct strings. Okay, very important that to combine the two. Are you ready? Take it slow first this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and... And then you have another double E which is not written there, followed by, which is what I did with the first video. Now if you look at riff B guitar 1 and riff B guitar 2, which is the next row of tab, there's two phrases. The first phrase is an octave lower and the other phrase is an octave higher. Now I don't really mind which one you play, and if you are jamming with a friend, decide who's going to do which one, and the two together in unison sound really, really cool. Okay, so I'll use this one over here for no real reason. I just preferred the sound of it, but I know lots of guitarists prefer that. Also sounds quite cool. Okay, and then when she starts singing, I saw him standing there. While she sings, there's dead silence on the guitar. So you start with a double E again for verse 1. It says E there, so verse 1. And then dead silence. And in that silence, you're going to have her singing, I saw him standing there by the record machine. So excuse my voice, I can't sing, so I'm not trying to. But observe the silence. Let's try that again. 2, 3, 4. I saw him standing there by the record machine. And then you're to the second line. I knew he must have been about 17. Now I'm trying to emphasize the timing so that you know when to change from the E to the B the second time, just to get the timing nice and tight. And if you play it together, the whole first and second line of the first verse, you're going to have this. 2, 3, 4, and standing there by the record machine. He must have been about 17. Okay. The next part, when it goes, baby, come on strong, play my favorite song, that's really easy. So this is a good rocker song, it's a good party song, and the song is simple. It's good fun, just enjoy it. And the third line, double strum on A, double strum on B, double strum on E, double strum on A, oh sorry, double strum, okay. And then the next line that kicks in, when she sings, and yeah, it wouldn't be long till he was with me, nothing happens, the whole band goes quiet, excepting the drums and the singer. Now, please go listen to the song, go onto YouTube, get hold of Joan Jett, and listen to where the silent pauses are. And on your PDF, when it says NC, NC means no chords. There's dead silence on your instrument. So there you just pause and wait until she ends up singing yeah and me. And I can tell it wouldn't be long till he was with me. 2 and 3 and 4 and there she starts building up on the B again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and with a B power chord. And then you're back to your chorus, because your chorus and your verse are actually the same chord progression. So then you got I love rock and roll, put another dime in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll, put another dance and dance with me. And there I did the lower riff, just so you can hear the difference there. Now on the pinched harmonic, you'll notice that I get this sound, normal, or that sound there. That's a very cool effect if you want to try it. I'm going to bring the guitar a bit closer so you can see the technique done over here, because it all lies in the plectrum hand. I'm fretting fret 3 at the top on the 6th string, and if you look up close here, first of all, hardly any tip sticking out, very little tip, you can see that. Very bad, very good. And what happens there, you pluck hard, and as your pick leaves the string, it hits the side of the thumb like that, and you can see the thumb is killing it. And you hear that little high-pitched squeal, that's the pinched harmonic trying to come through. And if you let it ring, then it comes through quite nicely, so you get, and that's your pinched harmonic. If you want some more info on the pinched harmonic, drop me a WhatsApp. It's good fun to do, you don't have to do it. And if you're playing on an acoustic guitar, it can work, but it's very difficult to get it working on an acoustic. And that's I Love Rock and Roll. I hope you have lots of fun with this one. Any questions, drop me a WhatsApp. Otherwise, have an awesome day. Thanks very much.